Hello and happy fall. Welcome to our November module over recovering focus and problem solving. We all know how tough this time of year can get. By now, most beginning teachers, and colleagues for that matter, have reached the disillusion phase in the stages of beginning teaching. Today, we hope to provide you with a helpful structure for helping those recover their focus through problem solving. Let's get started. Imagine that your mentee or another colleague storms into your room at the end of the day. He or she sits down, placing their head between their hands and says, "I feel terrible. I absolutely lost it during 7th hour. I'm so exhausted, and when Jacob started acting up again, I couldn't take it. I know I embarrassed him in front of his peers, but enough was enough." How might you respond? You can pause the module now and reflect in the Google Doc, or wait until the end of this module. It is up to you. The story is a common example of the juxtaposition between our emotional state and our knowledge of appropriate action. This is why the problem-solving process is not linear. The use of the problem-solving process we will present today is best utilized in times of disillusionment. When facing adversity, we often get stuck and thus don't always make the best choices. When people feel trapped without alternatives, they require two lifelines: states of resourcefulness, or help in activating what they do know, and strategies to address the specific issue. The amazing thing is that the two actually work together to activate chemical adjustments in the brain. I think that's fascinating. To foster your full attention, if you have not already done so, move to a place with as few distractions as possible. Next, utilize your empathetic listening skills by silencing your inner dialogue, giving direct eye contact, and slowing your breathing. Two key skills come into play, known in the cognitive coaching world as pacing and leading. A coach paces the conversation to empathize and honor where the beginning educator or colleague is at. This eventually leads the conversation to where they want to be, or in other words, creates a more clear vision. Leading helps the mentor and beginning teacher activate knowledge and identify resources necessary to achieve the goal. A simple structure for pacing begins by expressing empathy or naming the person's feelings. An example might be, "You're feeling really frustrated." Next, paraphrase or reflect the content. "You're frustrated because you have so many things on your plate." Once you've provided reflection on the feeling, state the goal that you infer the speaker may be trying to achieve. What you want to be is in control of your time and your classroom. Finally, check the readiness of the speaker to find a pathway to attaining the goal. So you're searching for a way to make both things happen. Leading without pacing is ineffective. Most people can describe what they don't like. That's easy. It is only when we are resourceful that we can describe what we want instead. If pacing is to paraphrasing, then leading is to questioning. This can feel a little uncharted at times. Depending on the goal, some of the ways to begin solving next steps might be to ask questions that activate efficacy, flexibility, craftsmanship, consciousness, or interdependence. These are known as the 5 states of mind in cognitive coaching. We will explore these more in future modules. Continue asking questions until plans align with the vision the beginning educator wishes to achieve. This is also where the exploring and discovering portion of the learning focus conversation template can be very helpful. It may also be wise to utilize the consulting stance to offer advice and then collaborate together to seek ways to solve the problem. There are additional resources in your reflection document if you choose to explore other ways to structure a conversation pertinent to the context of your situation or the problem. You will know when to wrap up your conversation when the tensions have subsided and there is a shift in the beginning teacher or colleague sounding more confident. Remember, you can utilize some of the wrap-up questions from the organizing and integrating section of the Learning Focus conversation, or if you run into some brain fog, you can use some of those other resources too. Thank you for tuning in today. If you would like more information on cognitive coaching, please visit the resources in your reflection. We will also be utilizing some of these things in future modules. Additionally, please reflect in the Google Doc. How might your response to the frustrated teacher in the opening vignette change? In what ways will you apply this learning in future conversations? And remember, a break is soon around the corner. Thanksgiving will be here.